Chunada present here on behalf of International Journal of Advanced Study and Research Work, organizing 5 days online certificate course on strategies to address the soft skill gap. Day 5, skills and values. The highest skill is the true judgment of values. Yes, today we're going to see in few professions that how skills and values plays a role. Okay, what is skills? What is skill? A particular ability that you develop through training and experience and that is useful in a job from the Cambridge Dictionary. The ability to use one's knowledge efficiently or effectively and readily in execution or performance from Merriam-Webster's Dictionary. And the synonym of it, expertise, ability, proficiency and experience. Do you value values? Yes. Values are basic and fundamental beliefs that guide or motivate attitudes or actions. They help us to determine what is important to us. Values describe the personal qualities we choose to embody to guide our actions, the sort of person we want to be, the manner in which we treat ourselves and others, and our interaction with the world around us. It provides the general guideline for conduct. What do you mean by professionalism? Yes. The combination of all the qualities that are connected with trained and skilled people. The conduct, aims, or qualities that characterize or mark a profession or a professional person. Okay, what are the skills? The first we are going to see about the teaching, the profession, the skills and values. Teachers have the ability to change lives and develop well-educated and respectable students. They can help them with not only knowledge growth but also personal improvement too. The following skills needed to be a successful teacher as follows according to mine. First one, enthusiasm. A great teacher is enthusiastic about their job and lesson and encourage students to share the same passion as they do. Leadership. An effective teacher has the ability to lead and guide his or her classroom. She can manage a number of different personalities, including misbehaving children, and steer them into the right direction. He or she leads by example and is an important role model in his or her students' lives and organization. Teachers have to juggle a number of tasks from lesson planning to activities and marking. In order to succeed in their role, they are required to have exceptional organizational skills. They need to be able to keep on top of these tasks and complete their duties in a timely manner. Respectful. A good teacher sets a respectful tone in his or her classroom. Students feel safe to share their values and opinions, and their classmates have learned to be good listeners and respect others' thoughts. Essentially, the educator has created a useful learning environment for his or her pupils. Multitasking. Teaching is not only about following the curriculum and marking exams, it's also about multitasking. A good teacher needs to have eyes on the back of his or her head and should be able to monitor all his or her pupils' behavior and keep their attention while completing his or her class. Teamwork. Part of being a teacher is the ability to work as part of a team as well as alone. They will need to make their students feel like they are part of a team to enhance the learning experience. Ability to teach. This is a given, but being a teacher is not just about the credentials you hold to educate others. You will need to have instructive skills, your own style of teaching, and the ability to explain and demonstrate clearly so that concepts that are not easy to understand or simplified by using memorable examples or props. Communication. Teachers must have remarkable communication abilities. They must be able to interact with people of all ages, including colleagues, for pupils, parents, and managers. Educators should effectively deliver information, understand the different points of view from other people, and explain the rationale for the choices they make in regards to their teaching. Adaptability. Being adaptable to unforeseen situations is key. You never know what will happen in your classroom each day, and you will need to handle each circumstance appropriately and come with quick solutions. Interpersonal skills. Strong people skills can turn an average teacher into a successful one. An educator that is inclined towards helping others will create warm relationships that in turn boost learning. A pleasant teacher who has an engaging personality creates attentive and enthusiastic students. You will also be adept at handling students that may have learning difficulties or other disabilities that need special attention. Creativity. Teachers need creativity to keep students interested and engaged, especially children that are in primary school. You will need to find different ways to keep the class interested and attention levels high. This could be through role play or other fun learning activities. Self evaluation. To develop professionally and provide quality education, you will constantly need to self evaluate and reinvent yourself. You will have to push your pride aside and analyze where you have gone wrong and what can be improved with your class. Critical thinking. Teachers need to solve at different problems, often on a tight deadline. This frequently involves answering difficult questions on the spot, solving conflicts, creating new lesson plans, teaching games, and dealing with other personal issues between your pupils or colleagues. Commitment. You can't stroll into a classroom when you feel like it and take a personal day because you just can't be bothered. If you want to be a good educator, you must be committed to your job and your classroom. You need to have the patience to teach and change your people's lives for the better. Approachableness. Being approachable is a vital quality to have. Your students need to feel comfortable to ask you questions and to talk to you if they have an issue. They shouldn't be afraid of failure or saying the wrong thing. Great teachers have warming characters that invite learners to open up and get involved in the lesson. Teaching comes quite naturally to some who are born leaders, yet others have to work hard to achieve great teacher status. Whichever category you fall into, if you want to help young students and make a lasting impression, these top skills and qualities you can place you at a great advantage. The values in teaching. The core of teaching consists of four basic values: dignity, truthfulness, fairness, and responsibility and freedom. Dignity. Dignity means respect for humanity. Teachers must respect every person regardless of gender, sexual orientation, gender diversity, appearance, age, religion, social standing, origin, opinions, abilities, and their achievements. Truthfulness. Truthfulness, it is one of the core values in teachers' basic task, which involves steering learners in navigating life and their environment. Honesty with oneself and others and mutual respect in all communication is a basic aspect of teachers' work. Fairness. Fairness is important both when encountering individual learners and groups, but also in the work community. Fairness involves, in particular, prompting equality and non-discrimination and avoiding favoritism. 4. Teachers are entitled to their own values, but in their work, teachers' responsibility is tied to their basic task and its standards such as legislation and their curriculum. Second, we're going to see the profession is lawyering, the lawyers. The skills that they should have: problem solving, legal analysis and reasoning, legal research, factual investigation, communication, counseling, negotiation, litigation and alternate dispute resolution, ADR procedures, organization and management of legal work, recognizing and resolving ethical dilemmas. Problem solving. They have to identify and diagnose the problem and generate alternative solutions and strategies according to it, and developing a plan of action, implementing a plan, keeping the planning process open to new informations and ideas. Legal analysis and reasoning. Identifying and formulating legal issues, formulating relevant legal theories, elaborating legal theories, and evaluating the legal theory, and criticizing and synthesizing the legal argumentations. Legal research. Knowledge of the nature of legal rules and institutions. Knowledge of and ability to use the most fundamental tools of legal research. Understanding the process of devising and implementing a coherent and effective research design. Factual investigation. Determining the need for factual investigation and planning of it and implementing the investigative strategy. Memorializing and organizing information in an accessible form. Deciding whether to conclude the process of fact and gathering. Evaluating the information that has been gathered. Communication. Assessing the perspective of the recipient of the communication using effective methods of communication. Counseling. Establishing a counseling relationship that respects the nature bounds of a lawyer's role. Gathering information relevant to the decision to be made. Analyzing the decision to be made. Counseling the client about the decision that has to be made. Asserting and implementing the client's decision. Negotiation. Preparing the negotiation, conducting a negotiation sessions, and counseling the client about the terms obtained from the other side in the negotiation and implementing the client's decision. Litigation and ADR procedures. Litigation at the trial court level, litigation at the appellate level, advocacy in administrative and executive forums, procedures in other dispute resolution forums. Organization and management of legal work. Formulating goals and principles for effective practice management. Developing systems and procedures to ensure that time, effort, and resources are allocated efficiently. Developing systems and procedures to ensure that work is performed and completed at the appropriate time. Developing systems and procedures for effectively working with other people. Developing systems and procedures for efficiently administering a law office. Recognizing and resolving ethical dilemmas. The nature and sources of ethical standards, the means by which ethical standards are enforced, the process for recognizing and resolving ethical dilemmas, and the values of lawyering. Provision of competent representation, striving to promote justice, fairness, and morality, striving to improve the profession, professional self-development. Provision of competent representation, attaining a level of competence in one's own field of practice, maintaining a level of competence in one's own field of practice, representing client in a competent manner, striving to promote justice, fairness, and morality. Yes, promoting justice, fairness, and morality in one's daily practice. Contributing to the profession's fulfillment of its responsibility to ensure that adequate legal services are provided to those who cannot afford to pay for them. Contributing to the profession's fulfillment of his responsibility to enhance the capacity of law and legal institutions to do justice, striving to improve the profession, participating in activities designed to improve the profession, assisting in the training and preparation of new lawyers, striving to rid the profession of bias based on race, religion, ethnic origin, gender, sexual orientation, age or disability, and to rectify the effects of these biases. Professional self-development. Seeking out and taking advantage of opportunities to increase his or her knowledge and improve his or her skills. Selecting and maintaining employment that will allow the lawyer to develop as a professional and to pursue his or her professional and personal goals. Third, we're going to see about business skills and values. The root of any business is a great idea that is presented shortly or strongly and confidently by a team of people who work together. It all starts with the idea and then bringing in a team to convert the idea into reality. This is the vital characteristic of most successful businesses. Communication skills. Business development is all about communication with clients and their customers, from cold calling prospects to maintaining long-term relationship to sharing information and ideas with colleagues and other stakeholders. That means the business developer must be able to speak and write clearly and confidently, as well as listen with the empathic and open mind so as to be able to address others' needs and concerns. Collaboration, oral communication, written communication, public speaking, emotional intelligence, brainstorming, active listening, assertiveness, discernment, negotiation skills. Part of business development is convincing other people to do certain things such as offering assistance, lowering prices, or making investments. There are negative ways to influence people, but the more ethical and effective option is to learn the subtle art of finding common cause and earning trust. That requires prioritization, understanding, and above all, a tactful and genuine demeanor. Collaboration, persuasion, compassion, active listening, problem sensitivity, discernment. Strategic skills. A big part of business development is strategy. You have to be able to plan months, years, and decades ahead. Remember, one role of business development consultants is assessing the current strategy, looking for ways to improve it, and predicting issues down the road. Sound strategy depends on rational thought, a strong sense of priority, and the research skills need to understand the situation in depth, where you have to have analytical ability, adaptability, critical thinking, decision making, devising strategic plans to expand sales, and SWOT analysis and scenario planning, project management, sales forecasting, teamwork, attention management, track industry trends, and market computer skills. While a business developer need not to be able to provide IT support in his day and age, communication, research, and analysis all depend upon using computers. Understanding basic programs such as Microsoft Word and knowing how to take full advantage of the program's features are essential. Poor computer literacy will leave a person less efficient and effective, less likely to fulfill their potential. Additionally, if your computer skills are poor, your clients will suspect that you are not able to stay with the times in business. Customer relationship management, CRM software, Microsoft Office Suite, online meeting tools, email management, marketing automation software, search engine research, mobile devices, and accounting software. Project management. Of course, developing a business is a project. The business itself is a project, so as it stands to reason that a good developer will have a lot of same skill as a project manager. These include the ability to set goals and establish timelines, manage risk, create and stick to budgets, delegate tasks and manage teams, where you have to have ongoing improvement, Six Sigma, and creating milestones, building mission statements, identifying objectives, estimating costs for jobs, budgeting, organization, and prioritizing. Business intelligence. Business development requires not only understanding one's own business but also that of competitors and of the market as a whole. Part of gaining that understanding is simply researching and listening with an open mind, while another component is collecting and analyzing data. Knowing which market segments respond to what types of campaign and how large the market is and whether the market is currently changing will give you an advantage over the competitors. That means understanding and staying current with statistics and trends of it, where you should have inbound and outbound marketing, differentiation, customer segmentation, developing new business, developing proposals for projects, developing sales pitches, finance, identifying benefits of products, services from the customer perspective, interviewing current customers to assess satisfaction, managing leads, managing competing demands. For discussions and comments and clarifications, please feel free to mail me at vishnupriyantenglish@gmail.com and editor at ijasrw.com, and please visit our YouTube and SlideShare page for more comments and discussions, where we would like to give you the answers for your questions and answers, and we will have a discussion session there. Thank you so much. Hope you have enjoyed the 5 days of your certificate course program. If you feel free to contact me at vishnupriyantenglish@gmail.com and editor at ijsrw.com for any kind of future programs. Thank you so much.